Greetings! To the west of Austin is a 76-acre preserve dedicated to conserving the land and teaching about nature. We're going to visit Westcave Outdoor Discovery Center on this episode of Discover Austin. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. Located along the Pedernales and not too far from Hamilton Pool, the Westcave Outdoor Discovery Center offers a glimpse into a gorgeous ecosystem that you may not even realize exists so close to the city. The crown jewel at Westcave is the Grotto. It's a gorgeous area with a spring-fed waterfall. The large, bald cypress tree in the Grotto is the oldest one at Westcave, at an estimated age of 350 to 400 years old. Guests are able to walk into the back of the grotto, which also offers beautiful views. Next to the grotto is a cave. It's not a large cave, but it's a rather unusual one in the realm of local caves, because there's a small opening like a window on one side. With the cross breeze, scientific events in the cave happen 2 to 5 times faster than other caves, so it's a good and unique place for research.
We actually were founded in 1974. Prior to that, this land was owned by absentee landowners. That was back in Austin in the 60s and in the 70s. Everything that comes to mind about Austin in the 60s and 70s, true. And a lot of it happened down in our grotto based on both photographic evidence and stories. Now, one of those trespassers saw this land go up for sale in 1974. He decided to purchase it.
His name was John Covert Watson. He enlisted the help of John Arns, who became the resident land manager.
When John first got down here and looked out at the waterfall behind me, he saw nothing green. And 80 to 100 bags of loose garbage is what he estimated to hike out by himself. After that, he didn't do anything else. He let the grotto recover at its own rate. And he asked all of the guests that he started bringing out to follow the exact same 2 rules that we ask all of our guests to follow: to stay on the trail and not collect anything.
With those rules in place, the grotto's restoration began, and it looks spectacular today. The grotto and cave are located in part of the Balcones Canyonlands Preserve. This means that visits to these areas are done only by guided tours. The hike is about a mile round trip with a lot to see along the way. A variety of different tours and programs are available, but capacity is limited, so be sure to make reservations online ahead of time. The Uplands is a 45-acre section of Westcave highlighting wildflowers and bird watching. There are 2 trails, a half-mile and a full mile, to enjoy. There are also 2 bird blinds allowing you to spend time watching and identifying birds. There's an old homestead from the early 1900s which will eventually be restored. Now, shortly before our visit, they had done a prescribed burn, which is something that takes place every few years. In 2003, the Scarin Environmental Learning Center opened. It's a LEED certified building with geothermal heating, solar power, and rainwater collection. This is where tours start and classes are held.
So this actual door right up here that's white, that is true north. If you look down to the yellow door, that's true south. Red is going to be east, blue is going to be west. Now the actual 4 different directions are actually based on the Lakota tribe. So our architect kept realizing when he was looking at different culture that these different groups and nationalities around the world, he kept finding the same references of north being color white, west being blue, east being red, and yellow being south, which is why he painted the 4 buildings that direction.
Because of the direct north-south orientation of the building, they were able to incorporate a solar calendar on the floor that tracks the sunrise, sunset, and more. There's also an analemma, which tracks the sun's movement throughout the year. Now, the building is named after Scarin because his trust was a major contributor to the building. He's best known for being a writer on such blockbusters as Top Gun, Batman, and Beetlejuice. Research is a main component of Westcave, with a variety of ongoing projects, many of which involve the cave, the grotto, birds, and other animals. The center is supported by donations, grants, and user fees. Westcave Outdoor Discovery Center is a beautiful place to visit. They've got a variety of tours and programs, so find one you like, make a reservation, and come on out. I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Discover Austin. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Discover Austin. So that you don't miss any future episodes, go ahead and subscribe to our channel.